Okay, Logan, you got it. Yeah, you got to turn my. No, that's the opposite. You got to turn my mic up, Logan. Turn it up. Thank you. Golly, you're skating on thin ice, buddy. You are. You are skating on thin ice, and I want you to know that. You don't have to give me any lip. I mean, next time I want you to wear a tie too next time. What? Or what? What the hell, Logan? I'm live now? God. That's it. You're done tonight. Who wants to be my spare bedroom producer? Well, what's up, Ty? How you doing? How about that game tonight, huh? And you guys don't worry about Logan. I'm going to get that fixed. We're going to get that, I'm going to get Logan. Yeah. Give me those looks all you want, buddy. I'll get my wife to do it. I'll get Sarah to do it. She'll produce everything I do. So, or maybe I'll pick somebody up out of chat. Someone around here lives in Fayetteville or Springdale. I'll pick them up and I'll bring them in. I'll pay them a stick of gum with like $1, $1 and a stick of gum to come to do your job, because that's what you're worth. It's a different Logan Holmes. Damn it, Logan. I'm gonna hire. He's done. Like I'm tired of it. What a dub tonight. Awesome game. Well, I'm not gonna say awesome, because it was sloppy as hell. I saw someone in chat say that or asked if I was at the game. I didn't go to the game. I went to a tailgate hosted by I don't have their name in front of me right now, but it's just a bunch of fans over in Lot 73. Awesome parking, man, and you're not that far away from Bud Walton. So, 73 is kind of up there, just right on the other end of the stadium. As you're coming up Razorback Road, Bud Walton's on your right. Obviously further down, you've got the Razorback, you get the practice facility and everything. It's just to your left. Lot 73, easy to find, free parking, great parking. Hell, hour before tip-off, there was still plenty of room to park. So if you guys are down there for another game, who's their next? Is Vanderbilt their next home game? Let's pull that up here. Yeah, it is Vandy, January 15th. That might be a doozy. Vandy's always tough. Vandy is always tough. So I hope you guys have had a great night. What a way to just 2020 is off to, I think, a great start. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I think it's great. Refs really suck. Seems like I think they every game, but it's true. I see it. I think that every game. Okay. They called a lot of tacky fouls tonight. Fishman, you're right. Joe shoots better 3 feet beyond the arch. Doesn't he, though? His NBA 3 percentage has got to be through the roof. Or further back, Like, go back, another 2-3 inches. But, hey, a new coach finally got a win in the SEC. This U of A student is happy, says M.M. Moore. Well, good. I'm glad. Defense wins games. With great defense, what, audience, comes what? With great defense comes great possibilities. That's what. Me too, Ty. Go 2020. I'm glad, Mike. Yeah, so I didn't go. I had prior engagements. It was actually my sister-in-law's birthday. If you happen to go to the green room tonight over there off Dixon Street, I dropped her off, her and her husband over there. They're celebrating her birthday. I already forgot her age. She's younger than I am, though. Her and her husband are celebrating her birthday. So I took them. Meanwhile, after I dropped them off, I had the game on my phone. I should not try to stream, because I was streaming the game on my phone. Because, YouTube TV, you can do that. I think you could do that with all of them now, though. But I'm just driving down the road, and I've got the game on, and I'm trying to watch the road. And I was like, all right, I'm going to have to turn this off and listen to Chuck, because I'm going to end up wrecking. I did get to watch, the entire first half, and I kind of missed out on a little bit of the second half. The fouls in the second half got a little bit ridiculous. Bailey got into foul trouble really quick. I think he had 4 fouls with 11 minutes to go in the game. And that's someone you cannot afford to lose, especially how good he's been playing, right? I mean, that guy's on another level. Old slogan defense wins championships. It absolutely is true. Joe hit a 3 from Blytheville, literally. Yeah, I think he was – I thought I saw him running down the street to make that shot down Razorback Road. I swear that was him. So, well, he must be going to attempt another long 3. Is this the best start in Arkansas since they had Richardson? No, I think – was it Stan Heat or Palfrey? One of those two started off 11-1, I thought. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't have the media guide with me, but I thought there's been a coach since Nolan that has started off 12-1. Maybe I'm wrong. Or maybe it was the 11-1. Maybe it's been since Nolan that they've started 12-1 with a 1-0 conference start. I don't know, but it's a hell of a start. I'm not gonna split hairs. Who am I to do that? I was impressed. Luke, I don't know what you said, but your message got retracted. So did Celtics for life. Man, YouTube's not even letting me look at them. You just, whatever you said, pissed them off. We went 12-1 the year we played OU in Texas. Yeah, that was the same year where they fell on their face and they finished barely or right at 500 in conference play, I think. We started off 12-1 in 08 or 09. Yeah, I thought so. They said 11 years, I think. Yeah, I knew it. They have started off like that since Nolan. Yeah, maybe they started close to that at least a couple of times. Josh Jacob says 11 years ago we started 12-1. It was Palfrey. It was a bust of a season, though. Courtney Fortson. You guys remember that class he walked into? Oh, my gosh. I have 2 observations. Here we go. I love these. Alex, bringing the heat already. I have 2 observations. The first being we did not cover the spread. We will get no love from the polls. The second observation is that I would like to see us shut out the. So that's not an observation. That's just a wish. Second observation is that I would like to see us shut out the people they are supposed to. I mean, look, A&M walked in here with a chip on their shoulder. They won in Fayetteville last year, if I remember right. And Buzz Williams is a hell of a coach. I don't think y'all understand. Like, he was at the top of my list. He walked into a situation A&M does not have a lot. They don't have talent. They got some youth. They got some guys they're going to rely on in the future, but they are not going to be good this year. They played Arkansas really well. Arkansas is a low-scoring defensive team. They're going to have a lot of these kind of ugly wins. And like I said, I have Arkansas. I was being half-candid, but I do – look, I'm sticking to my win-loss record here, okay? I still got them at 24-5, even what I saw today. I mean, hell, they won by 10 points against a salty A&M team who's riding, what, a 3-game – excuse me, I just ate a slice of pizza. Riding a three-game win streak into this bad boy. 2 or 3 game win streak. It's a win streak, regardless. They're going to have to go on the road against LSU on Wednesday, January 8th. God, I wish that was a Tuesday turnaround, but it's not Wednesday. I hate this. Can't wait till we get on that Saturday, Tuesday roller coaster ride. I prefer those over Saturday, Wednesdays. But you got to wait that much longer. LSU's going to be tough, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. Obviously, even if that thing was at home, to me, it'd be a coin flip in favor of Arkansas. LSU went on the road today, and I think they beat Tennessee. Memphis got beat. I think a lot of people are making a lot out of that. Memphis is without the guy that really made them ranked. He's not out there. Okay, yeah, they're still a good team without him, but without him, without their centerpiece of that ball team, with a ball club, they're going to struggle this year. And Georgia might be pretty salty this year. I don't think Arkansas has Georgia. Yeah, they do. That's right. The end of the year. My bad. They do. February 29th at Georgia. Ooh, in Athens. I'm sticking with my wins. That LSU game, though, I already know, that's gonna be tough. At Ole Miss is gonna be tough. But if you turn around that Saturday, and we've said this a million times, I'll keep saying it. If you come to January 18th and you're undefeated in SEC play, that might be the biggest game in Bud Walton Arena since I can't remember. You know, you got to imagine at that point Kentucky, assuming they get their act together and they play consistently, they almost lost today, I think, or they pulled away in the second half. Who was that against? Mizzou? Is that right? It's been a kind of busy day today. It's hard to just sit down and get to watch games, especially during the basketball season. But even if you're a one-loss team at that point, the question is, obviously who that's to and if you're ranked or not, but that's going to be a big game regardless. Even if you're not undefeated, it's going to be a big game. My goodness. QTZ, what's going on, man? This message is held for review. That's a first for you. I don't know that your messages ever get held for review. This team is trying to suck me into believing they're 8 and 9 seed tourney team. Shaking my head. They just about got me. So the word suck apparently threw you into that category. I'm sorry. How is TCU doing? That's a good question. Last I looked, they weren't off to a great start. Last I looked, that's been a couple of weeks. I said Bailey was too busy playing pretend air guitar instead of playing the actual game. Must knows when to press the right button. Bama led by 21 and still lost to Florida. See, you guys watched a lot more basketball than I did today. That tailgate was fun. I was kind of hoping some people would show. I did see. Now, there were a lot of people there. There were a lot of people there. Ty Richardson was there. I got to meet him in person. He said, finally, I can put a face to the name. And I started to be like, bro, I'm on YouTube Live. Like, come on, come by. I started to say that, but I didn't. You guys should hit him up on Twitter and be like, hey, you need to come through a live stream or join our Discord. Predictions. I'm not there yet. I'm going to wait till Monday to make any predictions. That's going to be a tough one, man. That really is. That's one of your toughest road games of the year. And the way Tennessee's playing right now, that might be between them and Florida and now maybe Georgia. I love how they have to close the year out against A&M, though. Wow, YouTube is really sensitive. Yeah, they'll hold anything for review. It's ridiculous. All right, let's go to the numbers really fast. Let's talk about the numbers. The numbers. Where are they at? Where are you at, numbers? Logan. Give me my numbers, Logan. All right, full box score. Here we go. All right. They turned the ball over 17 times, A&M did. Arkansas, only 9. I thought it was more than that. I'm not going to lie. I thought it was double-digit turnovers, but it was not. It was not. Yeah, Bailey had 4 fouls. He got in a little bit of foul trouble. So we'll start off with what A&M did, numbers-wise. They shot 21 of 45 from the field, putting them at about 46%. They were shooting for a little bit there in the first half. They looked like they were shooting north of like 60% or so. They responded to everything Arkansas did. They shot 28% from three-point land. That's 4 of 14. Free throw percentage wasn't too great for them. 13 of 20 puts them at 65%. Their leading scorer was Gordon. No surprise there. 15 points. Nebo absolutely destroyed them for rebounds. 10 rebounds. No, it was more than that. 13 rebounds. He had an assist. And you know what else is interesting? They only had 1 block that entire game. Guy came off the bench. Chandler came off the bench and got a block for him. Arkansas wound up with 2. I kind of thought A&M would have a few more of those because of their size. Bailey ended up with a block. He continues to be – I wish his rebound game was a little bit stronger, but he continues to be a force. If he could stay out of foul trouble. Scylla, did he log any minutes tonight? Yeah, he did. Scylla came in and logged some minutes. I don't have them. ESPN doesn't have those numbers yet, but he ended up with a rebound. Harris came in and had 4 rebounds with 6 points. 2 points for Chaney off the bench. Chaney, who came out and looked apt. He actually started, I thought. Didn't Chaney start tonight, or am I crazy? I thought he started, but he looked lost. I don't know if you guys caught that. Chaney looked lost. He wasn't out there very long. He turned the ball over, turned around and got, he gave up a foul. He only had a couple points, not a whole lot of productive minutes there. What's crazy is I kind of thought Chaney was transitioning into a guy that maybe they could rely on off the bench. I think he's played better off the bench this year. And tonight, I thought he started, but they have him down as not starting. Maybe I don't know. Isaiah Joe and Mason Jones, to nobody's surprise, led the way in scoring, 17 points. Tied. Neither of them got in any serious foul trouble. I mean, you wouldn't expect that. But what I thought Mason Jones would do, their transition basketball guys, is a nightmare. I don't know what it is with this team. When they try to play like up-tempo, try to get the ball down the court, they turn the damn ball over so much. Off and on throughout the year, it's been a combination of just terrible transition basketball to stupid passes and not being careful with the ball, but it's still That's why I'm really shocked they didn't turn the ball over more than I thought it was more than 9 turnovers, but A&M, that's ultimately what killed them. So Arkansas from the field, let's go over their numbers really quick. 41%, 34% from three-point land, 10 of 29 there. 11 of 15 at the free throw line, I'll take that. Mason Jones, he missed a couple, I think. Yeah, he was 3 of 5. But 73% from free throw to their 65% at the free-point line. Yeah, I thought something else, A&M got sloppy too. I mean, Arkansas, obviously they had 17 turnovers, which is ridiculous, but then they also, when they fouled, it's never a good time to foul, but when they fouled, and they fouled at three-point range twice, stupid mistakes. I'm sure they're going to be punching themselves on the way home. Yeah, sloppy. I think both teams just sloppy basketball. Arkansas found a way. That Isaiah Joe 3 there at the end, with like 3 minutes to go, was the absolute dagger. I don't think A&M scored again after that. They just and A&M too, they've got a depth issue apparently. I from what I saw, I thought they had okay depth, but the guys on the TV, the SEC Network guys, kept talking about how they're lacking in depth, and I thought, well, they got a larger roster than Arkansas does, I think, but they're lacking in talent. They're just not a very good basketball team. Again, I think they were riding. I can pull that up really quick. I thought they were riding about a 3-game win streak. Yeah, they were. Yeah, and one of those wins came against Oregon State. They didn't just beat them. They beat them 64-9. Oregon State got off to a pretty good start this year. They were 9-2 at the time when they played Texas A&M. Right now they're 10-3, and A&M beat these guys pretty good. They lost today, though, it looks like. Or was that yesterday? Lost to Utah, 81-69. But anyways, Arkansas 1-0 in conference play. That's one hell of a way to start. I'll take it. I'll take it. I don't care if it was sloppy, ugly. I don't care. It was it's a good way to start the season off, obviously. I'm like I said, I'm sticking with what I got here. I like what they can do. A&M they only out-rebounded Arkansas 34-27. I thought that was interesting. I thought it was also more there, too. The tacky fouls were a little bit ridiculous. I thought some of the foul calls there got a little bit ridiculous. 17 fouls on Arkansas, 15 on A&M. And the largest lead, obviously, was that 10-point lead. That was the largest lead. I think they got that twice. Arkansas got that 10-point lead twice. All right. Muss won't let them sleep on an opponent. He does not. So did they just play down to the competition? I hate that. Well, again, you've got to give A&M a lot of credit. They came out. They're very well coached. I'm telling you guys, they're not going to be down for long. A&M in the next couple of years, it's a hell of a rebuild, what they've got going on over there. It wouldn't even surprise me to see them kind of get things turned to a point this year where they're at least competitive this year in the SEC. I'm not sleeping on them. They certainly started the year off terrible. They started the season off awful, but they're riding that 3-game win streak. They played tight against Arkansas, and think of it too. Inside Bud Walton Arena, a lot of it was self-inflicted. A lot of Arkansas's mistakes and a lot of that stuff was self-inflicted. The transition basketball, I'm telling you guys, it's gross. It's gross. I've seen the transition as bad. I've seen the transition as a bad thing. Because of our size, having 3+ people under the goal, trying to get a defensive rebound, and we're not practicing that if we had a solid big man underneath you. Listen, what I thought these guys brought up tonight on the SEC Network was a really good point. Jimmy Witt, you're going to start seeing exactly what A&M did tonight. They're going to put a big on Witt. They're going to try to eliminate that mid-range jumper that he has because it's gotten to a point now where he's standing out on film. So that might give you an opportunity to free up, maybe drive the lane a little bit more. Maybe you can send Mason Jones because Isaiah Joe can't. He's not somebody who can drive the lane. Maybe you can free up Bailey inside to do something. Maybe that'll allow your guys inside to move around. If that's forcing them to use one of their bigs to deal with Witt because his mid-range jumper it's so deadly. It's a dagger. You don't expect it to go in because it's such an ugly shot, but it doesn't matter. It goes in. He's got to be shooting. With that mid-range, I bet he's shooting 70% with that bad boy. That's what he's capable of doing, and it's such a distraction to other teams, to their opponents. It's forcing them to pull a big up and try to play him. Someone with a long wingspan to have to deal with it. That's the only way you can defend it without fouling him, and which isn't a bad thing if you foul him because the guy cannot. That's the ugliest free throw shot I've seen since Shaquille. I don't know. That's ugly. That free throw shot is terrible. But it's become such an issue that teams are taking notice. And I saw this several weeks back. I saw, wow, they're going to have to start finding a new way to defend Mason. Because that's his range right there. That mid-range jumper, man, it's just deadly. Let's see. Does Arkansas have anyone playing two sports like Connor Nolan did? Yeah, Jalen Catalon might. I think Jalen Catalon, you guys remember him, the 4-star safety? Apparently a hell of a ball player. Hell of a baseball player. Maybe. I don't know what I think Van Horn said that he was he won. And apparently he's a really sought-after. I don't know what position, though. Don't ask me that. I thought it was third base. Maybe outfield? I don't know, but maybe shortstop because he's pretty athletic. I don't know. I don't know what position, but yeah, I think he'll play two sports. I think he'll be cleared to play this year, or yeah. Didn't he join the team last year, the baseball team? Or maybe I'm crazy. But hi, Ty. This is my first time catching you live. Oh, thanks, James. I appreciate it. I love your show, brother. Keep up the good work. Thanks, man. I really do appreciate that. Jamario Bell. Yeah, Jamario Bell. He won't log very many minutes, but yeah, I forgot about Jamario. Hey, Ty, what are your thoughts on today's hires? Okay, yeah, a lot of stuff happened. They hired their running back coach. You guys are going to have to help me with this because, like I said, I am way behind on a lot of it. If you noticed, Jacob and Porter had to take care of the hirings. I don't think I posted. Did I post anything today on? I think I took shots at Big 12, I think, and we caught. Well, no, that was yesterday. Anyways, I've been swamped today and haven't had the time to keep up with it all. But they hired their strength and conditioning coach, I believe, the running back coach. Is that it? So did they fill their roster out? Someone help me out in chat. I think they did. Yeah, Bell came to basketball from football team. Yeah, Jamario Bell did. That's right. Now that Sam Pittman is the coach, do you think it's worth talking to Connor about joining the team again? No, Connor Nolan knows where his future lies. It's in baseball. It's a pitcher. I heard this was a little while back, and it was someone on the radio that had called in, or someone that was a guest on. I don't remember. Was it Morning Rush where I heard this? But they had said that, or maybe it was Clay Henry that said this. I don't know. This is a good question to ask those guys. But supposedly Kansas City had a scout watching Connor Nolan pitch his senior year in high school and said he's a future. Right now he'd be taken as a third, maybe even a third or fourth round draft pick in the MLB draft. His potential has always been baseball. This is not a matter of him just not wanting to play football for Chad Morris. It was definitely I'm going to concentrate on baseball, and thank God for that. I'm not saying that, obviously, the quarterback situation you have right now is not good. I think it'd look a lot better had Connor Nolan focused primarily on baseball. If that was his primary focus, no doubt in my mind Connor Nolan is capable of a lot as a quarterback had he been able to develop those skills. Sadly, you look at the coaching staff he had, and I don't know how much he would have developed at all anyways. But think about the difference there. Dave Van Horn, Chad Morris. Right? Okay. Craddock as your offensive coordinator. Yeah, no brainer for him, but that's not why he made that decision. From what I understand, it was clearly I want to develop my baseball skills. I want to develop my ability as a pitcher. And I think it's going to work out for Arkansas in the long run because they're pitching, they're racking them up. They're going to have some talent. I can't wait to get into baseball. That is a tough thing to follow because I can only go live so often. I can't go live after every, if they get a big win, I might be able to go live, but I'm not going to be able to follow baseball like I am basketball and football. It's going to be tough because you guys ask way more specific questions when I'm live, and I try to have those answers for you, but I don't always because obviously I don't get paid to do this, right? This isn't I have a job, day-to-day job that I do, so sometimes I fall behind on that stuff, but baseball season is going to be fun. I'm really excited about baseball, and I think you guys should be too. I know that baseball is a sport that it's not the pastime anymore. It's not. Okay, it's football. Football and basketball are the two main sports. I get that, but Razorback baseball is going to be legit, and you might want to pay attention. I think it's too easy for me to say that they go to Omaha, and that's a hard thing to do. But it's easy for me to say anything can happen during a baseball season. Arkansas has a football player playing basketball now. Yeah, Jamario Bell. We talked about that. I see what you're saying, and that's fine. Okay. Connor made the right choice. Yeah. Good quarterback, great pitcher. Couldn't agree more, Kelly. Connor made the right choice. I would not feel good letting Chad watch my dog. Oh, that's good. I like that. Same. Baseball is my sport. I'm wearing it right now. Can you see it? Cardinal fan. Diehard Cardinal fan. My first onesie as a baby, I'm pretty sure it was either a Cardinal or Razorback onesie. I'm almost positive. All those years ago. I like baseball. It's a fun sport to follow. Got to be into there's so many different, the statistics, and, it's a very analytical game. You need to get paid for this. Yeah. I hope you become a sports media guy. Proud that you're following your passion. Hey, I appreciate that, Keith. Joe Craddock is a hot commodity for offensive coordinator. What? Miami couldn't afford him. What? Are you still a Rams fan? Yep, sure am. I don't know if you can't see the right there, that giant flag. It does say St. Louis on it. I get it, but yeah, I followed them. Go Cards, Roger that. You damn right. Go Cardinals. Yeah, Jimmy Smith is the running back coach. Don't ask me the strength conditioning coach's name. I don't know. It's a smart person sport. Yeah, you know what helps people? I've learned this, and I've learned this about fantasy football too. Playing MLB, the baseball game, on PlayStation, which apparently is also going to come to Xbox now starting next year. Playing the MLB game. The show, a friend of mine who he was a diehard Diamondbacks fan. He didn't really, he didn't keep up with the game very much, like the analytics and everything. And then he played that game for like a year. And the guy, even to this day, he could talk baseball like nobody else I've ever seen. If we finish with 24 wins and we get at least third in the SEC tournament, should we not be a fifth seed at least? I'm not going to get into the seed talk because so much of that depends on what the rest of the league does, what everyone does around you in your conference, what the big guys do. By the way, I think we had some Memphis lost today. There were a couple other, I think, top 25 losses. Arkansas, I swear to God, they better be ranked. I swear to God, they better be ranked. I'm going to lose my shit if they're not ranked. Sarcasm, my man. Sarcasm, Joker. Okay, well, obviously you can't, how else do I know it's sarcasm? It's not like I can hear you. Yeah, but I'm glad you're being sarcastic. By the way, who wants NCAA to allow EA Sports to make another college football game? It's going to be longer than you think, I believe. I was born in St. Louis, so I'm a diehard Cards fan. Awesome. Love the Cardinals. That was our summer trips when I was a kid. Wasn't to the zoo, although my dad did take me one year. But it was to NASCAR. I think I went to Charlotte twice and Fort Worth twice. And Cardinal baseball games. That's, like the old Busch Stadium was my first Major League Baseball game. It might have even been my first baseball game, actually. Hey, Ty, if St. Louis got a new NFL team, would you still pull for the Rams or would it be a St. Louis team? That's the dilemma. I don't know, man. I've followed this franchise since 1994. When they drafted Jerome Bettis, they picked up that receiver, Isaac Bruce, and added Torrey Holt and Ricky Prohl. Kurt Warner, who kind of came out of nowhere when Trent Green went down. Like, there's so much history that I have with the Rams, and I was a Ram fan before. Like I said, '94 when they moved from LA to St. Louis. That's when I became a diehard Ram fan. That's when I knew I'm a Ram fan. I was old enough, to understand. I think I was in fourth or fifth grade when they moved to St. Louis. A lot of history there, and it was hard to follow the Rams out west. It was really hard. I almost didn't. I actually, believe it or not, I wish to God I could have saved these tweets. I got into an argument with Torrey Holt. Got into an argument with someone I idolized as a kid. I mean, I wanted to name my kids after these guys. Like, I wanted to name a kid, if I had a boy, Isaac. If I had another kid, I was going to name him Tori or Kurt or Marshall. Marshall Falk's my all-time favorite running back. And I got into an argument with this guy over that. I was so mad they were leaving St. Louis. But I stuck with them. And even before they went to the Super Bowl, I stuck with them. It was a big deal on Facebook. It was before I think I was doing YouTube. Or was I doing YouTube? Was I doing YouTube at the time? I think I was. It was tough, but I stuck it out with them. It was kind of rough. I was glad they brought in Sean McVay, and I've stuck with them since. It will be hard. If they get another team to St. Louis, I don't know. Yep, those are our strength and conditioning coaches. Okay, someone answered that question. Holy shit, we need that big white boy. Yeah, they need size. They need size. Vanover is needed big time. And like I said was that yesterday? What is today? Yeah, I said this last night. You can't coach 7'3". I don't care that he's not physical. All he's got to do is grab that ball off the rim. I mean, my God, he's probably got an 8-foot wingspan. Celtics, my favorite NBA team too. Yep, I love the Celtics. We have the number 5 class coming in. We need 2 big men, and this next class, they're going to be pretty good. Clickbait title. Well, Micah, I think you've come in late because we've kind of already talked about what's in the title. Sorry. What about the old St. Louis Cardinals? Are you a fan or ever been? No. When the Cardinals, so they left when they went to Arizona. I think I was, God, how old was I? When did they leave St. Louis? It was in the late 80s, I think. And that's when Joe Montana, because I was a Joe Montana fan when I was a kid, when he left the Niners to go to be the quarterback for the Chiefs, I followed him to the Chiefs. So when the Rams left to Los Angeles, when they left to go back to Los Angeles, I really debated being a Chiefs fan. Really did. 7'3". Keith has got a good point. He's got to put some muscle on. I think he will. I think he's going to use this year as a year to develop. Musk said at the first of the season this year would be tough with many gaps and a small team. When you play these teams that are scrappy like A&M too, you're going to have these tight games. You just are. And I back him, but it's questionable what he can do. If this is tough, I can't wait to see the future, says Zachary Hall. Yeah, I've got them. If you guys missed it, I have them. I can't say it completely serious because I was trying my best to get them to 24 wins. I think somehow, some way, they get to 22 or 24 wins. I think they can win at Ole Miss. I think they can get the dub there. I think they get the dub against Vandy. Kentucky, I think they get the dub. At LSU, I have it down as a win, but it's a coin flip win. LSU's good. We don't have to talk about how they got good. Oh, wait, yeah, we can. They're cheating assholes. That's how they got good. They're cheaters. They got caught, and their coach hasn't been fired. That's some bullshit. Hi, NCAA. Hello, butthead. Good teams win sloppy games. Bad teams lose them. That's a good point, Jimmy. Very good point. Not gonna lie, in the beginning, yes, it was tough, but to finally win the series, it's gotten easier. I don't know what you're talking about. All the teams are so evenly spread that I agreed with the announcers that this is no definitive top 10 team. What? Who? I truly believe the difference this season is the culture. There is no good games. It's win or nothing. I love it. Ty, I really doubt we will. Let's see. I really doubt we will be ranked on Monday. I think it is hard. It's hard because they only got 19 votes. After that, after what we saw this last week, they only got the 19 votes from the AP. It is hard. I get it, and they didn't blast A&M. But what matters also, though, the teams around them, I think, lost. I think they had some. You had some teams in the top 25. Let's see, was that your best Biff impersonation? Is that not, hello, butthead, hello, McFly, Buzz Williams? put up a bigger fight than any Big 12 team in their bowl game. Oh, you better watch yourself because apparently that's not allowed. We had Hog fans taking shots at us because we were giving the Big 12 shit. I'm sorry, but they suck. The two things are not mutually exclusive. Look, you can be bad. You can be a bad football team like Arkansas has been and still have the Big 12 be bad at football too. They're terrible. I'm sick of this. Who are you to talk shit? Like, I'm a fan of football. I don't know. I'm an observer. It's a simple observation that Oklahoma is the only thing that conference has going for them. Baylor actually played a decent defensive football team, and look what they didn't do. Then go back to their grind, the week-to-week grind in the Big 12. I'm sorry, it's just not good. They're not good. I don't know why Hog fans are defending this. The only guy that actually kind of stood up, a friend of mine, Donley asked about, and this is something a lot of fans ask, like, why do you have an affiliation to the conference? Or why are you bragging about a conference, whatever? We're not. Nobody said, we're not doing the SEC chant. We're pointing out that, yeah, Arkansas sucks, but so does the Big 12. Okay, the Big 12 as a conference, and at least their bowl season, guys, it's terrible. And their week-to-week grind, just like the ACC is. Now, it's better than the ACC. ACC's grind is terrible. The Big 12 puts shit on themselves. Manufacture more than one or two decent teams a year. Like, every year, it's 1 to 2 decent teams. Look at Baylor's rise, okay, the last 3 years under Rule. Look at Oklahoma State. Look at Oklahoma State's recruiting and tell me that they would have that same kind of success in the SEC. They wouldn't. They wouldn't. It would not happen. You can't. Gundy's a great coach. He reminds me, he's like, I don't know, he's done great at Oklahoma State, but he does it with 2- and 3-star talent. I think Houston Nutt, I know Houston Nutt recruited better, but it's his ability to analyze, to scout, to evaluate, and to develop. If they ever lose Gundy, oh my God, especially with T. Boone Pickens dead. I'm sure he's got some trust fund money for Oklahoma State, but if they lose him, they're in trouble. They really are fortunate that he's a homegrown guy and he's there because he's doing great. But you look at their rise to success. Now, there was a body of work there before Gundy, obviously, but I think they earned where they're at. They're a legitimate good football team. They're not great, but they're a legit good football team. You look at them before, they weren't so much. But like Oklahoma's it. Texas they're screaming we're back after winning 8 games. Come on. Bring that shit to the SEC West. You're going to get owned. I'm sorry. Like, Oklahoma's a 10-2 team, 9-3 in the SEC West. And that's not me chanting SEC, even though I have a giant SEC sign somewhere around here. I don't know where it went. I usually have a giant SEC sign behind me. But that's just an observation, really. I don't know. Since LSU gets away with cheating, why the hell? Why don't they just play Vanover and give the I like that. I like that take. Yeah, Oklahoma or LSU is able to kind of do whatever they want. They get to do whatever. Big 12 is the 4th worst Power 5 conference with the Pac-12. Shouldn't even be ACC is garbage. ACC is I think ACC was the worst of all the Power 5s. Probably it's a fight between Big 12 and Pac at that point. And then Big 10 is, I think they're a decent conference. I really do. I think they're all right. Good to see Bud Walton rocking tonight. Absolutely. Arkansas needed something to latch onto after this football season. What a way to start at 12-1. I wish they had a cupcake again. I want to ride this win streak because I don't know. I had LSU again. I have them down as a dub, but that's such a. I was just sitting here trying to count in my head. How do I get them to 22 to 24 wins? I really don't think. If I'm being honest, I don't think they win this game. But who knows? It could be a scrappy fight. Arkansas's defense. With great defense comes great opportunity. Great possibilities with great defense. They play outstanding defense, Arkansas does. And then after that, you're on the road against LSU. That's another, I think, coin flip. But then you're at home against Vandy and Kentucky. And I don't think Kentucky's been so inconsistent this year. I guess it depends on which Kentucky team shows up, but give me Arkansas by 90. Give me Arkansas by 90. The ACC is a freaking joke. Dabo complains Clemson gets no love. Then they don't play. Then don't play Wofford every damn year. Yeah, their schedule's terrible. Their regular season, they played one ranked opponent all year. Arkansas will finish with 30-plus wins, says LR 501. I don't know if I'm going to go that far, but I think I think they're in the 20s. I said it. I think, just dropped my other. I think they find a way to get into the NCAA tournament, though. I really do. We need to let's see. We'll need to play better in Baton Rouge to win. We can't do it. We can do it, but the offensive play tonight won't get it done there. Yeah, and that was my last take on this basketball game was that these and it's happened. It's more common than it should be, especially with a 12-1 basketball team. I get it. They're known for defense, not for offense, but you can't have these large gaps of time with that kind of without scoring. Their offensive game plan, you just chase them off the perimeter. That's all teams got to do, and now they're figuring out how to defend Witt. Think about when you play teams with some better talent, with a deeper bench, with just as much size. It's going to be problematic because now how do you free up Witt? You don't have a down underneath guy. You don't have a post. You don't have that ability. Hell, they have a hard time setting guys up to get good looks because there's no threat down low. There's nothing. And it's that's going to be a tall order moving forward. And that's the thing that does frighten me. When I have this conversation with people, it's what is the thing, Ty, if they don't get it? Why, if they don't make the NCAA or if they don't make the NITs, whatever, if they don't make postseason play, what's the thing that stops them? It's size, yes, but it's also no plan B on offense, having to settle and make contested shots. I don't know. If Isaiah Joe has to sit back at half court to make threes just so he can have an uncontested shot, that's problematic moving forward, especially when you start to play better teams. That's the thing that worries me is that they don't have a plan B on offense. And it's easy to say, well, Mason Jones is their plan B, but when you start chasing these guys off the perimeter, what's next? What do you do? When you're having to settle for contested shots, when you got someone in your face and that's the only way you're going to get a look, what happens? Especially when they don't land. It's going to be I don't know. Can you order eggnog after Walmart stops keeping it in the store? I don't know. Does the federal government make it illegal? What is the deal with that? Someone's going to have to answer that for me. Do we have anyone that works for the feds in chat? What is the deal with eggnog? Why isn't it offered year-round? If Arkansas played in the Big 12, we would be worse off, in my opinion, playing SEC football. From a recruiting point, yes. Because then you don't have the SEC to sell. What you used to have when you were Arkansas in the Southwest Conference, it was, hey, let's get the hell out of Dodge. Come play for us. Obviously, guys like Frank Broyles, Lou Holtz, and Ken Hatfield. But come play for us. Come leave your state. We'll come back and play. That was your advantage back then. That and Arkansas was a damn good football program back in the day. It was easier. It was an easy sell. Now, if you leave the SEC, you're in trouble. I don't know what brought that up in chat. But you guys must be talking about leaving the SEC. It'd be crazy. Financially, it'd be crazy. You're talking about what do they pay out to each of the schools because of the TV contracts? Like $44 million or something, and the Big 12 probably gets like, 20, if that? Celtics for life says. Arkansas lost to San Jose State and Western Kentucky. Arkansas wouldn't have done any better. Yeah, I agree. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The team that they had on the field this year. Bourbon or rum in your nog? Ooh. I have never had bourbon in my nog. Rum, though, is good. Sailor Jerry. The Big 12, the Big 12 would make Morris look like a damn genius as a head coach. Arkansas is super dangerous, though. If Jones or Isaiah are hot, we can play with anyone. We can make up for the lack of size with our guard play. Their guard play it's phenomenal, and they have to go with a 4-1 set. That's what they go with on the court. That's what it is. That's their style. That's what they are. That's what they have to be. But the question is, those guys are only hot when they're doing what? When they're landing shots outside the perimeter. The Hogs would actually get a conference championship eventually in the Big 12. Yeah, I mean, I think they could have those years under Houston Nutt. Those are some great years, when he made it to the SEC championship. Petrino, 2010, 2011. Oh, those teams would have. But I don't know. Right now, I just want him to get 5 wins. I'll be thrilled with 5 wins in 2020. Plan B is hustle and defense. Yeah, but Dennis, you have to have on offense. You have to be able to respond. And if you're playing someone that has the size underneath and they're chasing you off the line outside, they're chasing you off the perimeter, and you're having to settle with contested shots, defense is good enough to keep you in games. Okay, Western Kentucky is a great example of that. Their great defense kept them in that game, and eventually it was their inability to do anything down low and a size difference thanks to Bassey for Western Kentucky. You have to have something else to lean on offense, and they don't have it. They don't have anybody that's willing to drive. You've got 2 great guys that could shoot outside. There's some other missing pieces. I get it. They're going to get that all filled out, you hope, by next year. But that's the thing you're up against. You don't have a plan B on offense, and you're going to have to figure that out. And I don't know that they do. You could force turnovers, which is what they did tonight. They did a great job. Their defense did a wonderful job forcing A&M into making mistakes. I know an OU fan, they said they were talking about bailing with the Big 12 for the Big 10. That would be a mistake for Oklahoma. I live 15 minutes from the University of Oklahoma. Try dealing – oh, Lord help you, Greg. Try dealing with the obnoxious OU fans. They are the worst. Listen, there's a lot of them around here. Not like what you're dealing with, Greg. I guess they've earned the right. If I'm being honest, I mean, that's a great football program. No, they're not Alabama. They're not Clemson. They're not even Florida. But they are a great team. They're beating who's put in front of them. They're winning their conference. They've earned it. That's all I can say about that. It's like Alabama. It's why Alabama, it's like, even though I think they're starting to finally kind of come down a little bit, they're coming back down to reality. Thank God. I think they're on the other end of that. They're coming off that hype hill a little bit. But it's why when their fans are cocky on social media, like, what are you going to do, correct them? You could say, hi, you're a cocky asshole. I don't know, but like, they've earned it, right? Clemson has certainly earned it. LSU this year has earned it. It's hard for me it is difficult to deal with. It is. And I know a few Oklahoma fans. Some of them are good. Some of them are intolerable. One of my best friends, who I've known for, almost 20 years. He's actually an Arkansas alum, but he was born in Oklahoma City. He's a good guy. Him and I go way back. He is a diehard Oklahoma fan too, though. I think he's kind of half and half Arkansas and OU, but he's definitely predominantly OU. And, if you can back it up, I don't know. Bourbon is awesome in Nog. I've never had it. Pittman has hired several Peach State coaches in a couple from UGA. Only one questionable hire, I think. Yeah, the JUCO, the linebacker coach. What is his name? Yeah, there was an article written about him a couple years ago. Wasn't very favorable. We've talked about that here. They really are, man, says Greg. Any truth to Vanover rumors possibly getting overturned later this month? So he is eligible for that to be overturned. I don't know that it happens. I don't know. Someone's going to have to help me out on the percentage. I don't know what his odds are as far as that getting turned over. I don't know. From what I understand, he is eligible, though. And he's eligible to be – I have to read it. Let me clarify. They can request for that to be overturned this semester, I believe, for him to be eligible. How about Alabama blowing that 21-point lead to Florida? Yeah. If you think OU fans are obnoxious, try Arkansas State fans. Kelly Marie. That's right. You're over in Northeast Arkansas, aren't you? Tennessee and Ole Miss fans are the worst. How can you brag when you suck too? The biggest threat to Arkansas. Basketball's injury, not playing 5 guards. Okay. Let's see. Keep doing what you got let's see. Keep doing what you got. 12 wins. After all, the best is next year, and I can see the culture changing. Yeah, I mean, Dennis, no, I'm not telling them they need to change what they're doing. I'm saying that they're about to play some really good teams, and if you don't have something else to rely on besides perimeter shooting, you're going to get hurt. You're going to get burnt. Where I am, let's see, where I'm from, the town is half Hog fans, half Texas fans. Half the town are dumbasses. All right, what are we running at here? What's our time? What are we running at? Okay, we're coming up on an hour. All right. I honestly was going to do this for 30 minutes, but it's 9 o'clock. I think it's probably bedtime for some people. Yeah, A-State fans are bad over here in Northeast Arkansas, but it's tolerable. Keith, I'm a student at State. I got kicked out of class for wearing hog gear. Oh, come on, Bill. You were doing far worse, weren't you, Bill? You cracked open a cold one in the middle of class, didn't you? So, all right, guys. Let me drop that Discord link. I know when I don't do it, I'll have people in Discord getting on to me. So let me get that for you. I got to edit the link. That's what I don't like. The phone, just a click of a button here, you got to, all right, generate new link, copy, paste. I'm going to just moderate one of you guys in chat and have you do this. There you go. There's your Discord. All right, there you go. So if you guys want to join that, it's always fun. We got Tex Hogs up in there. Eric Musselman's Diet Pepsi has now joined our Discord. So it's usually, especially during game time, it's pretty fun, especially with all the recruiting stuff that we're going to have. There's going to be more and more news in the coming weeks. Don't ask me about any surprises because I don't know. The tackle, who was it? The kid out of St. Louis, the 3-star offensive tackle. His name, I've lost it, but he's moved his date from the end of the month, I think, to the weekend of the 16th. They need tackles bad. They need to flip that kid that's Conway kid, the 3-star tackle committed to Ole Miss. They need to flip him too. Hornsby, the guy everyone's talking about, who his All-Star game is coming up soon. He's been bragged on already in practice as one of the top players. That's always a good sign. But 4-star dual threat kid, supposedly fast, and pretty good arm. He will be in town the weekend, I believe, of the 24th. I think that's when he's going to be on his official visit. And, of course, that could change. Any of this can change at any given moment. But I'll try to keep you guys up to date with that. There's going to be a lot of news dropping here in the next couple of weeks. They did get a 3-star. Did we talk about that safety yesterday? The 3-star safety. Kid runs a 4.4. Pretty legit. Pretty fast. Yeah, I think we did. I think we touched on that. So, all right. We'll be back on Monday here on the live show. Probably school's back in session, isn't it, next week? So our goal on Monday night will be probably between 5 and 6 p.m. I'll try to, like I said, for those of you who aren't getting notifications, please tap the notification bell. Follow me on social media at Tyzilla83 if you don't already, or you can follow the Hog Talk. We can follow them all, the Hog Talk and myself at Tyzilla83 on Twitter, and we'll try to keep you posted there. But yeah, try to shoot for 5 more than likely because I got to pick my kids up after school and everything. I'll be live around 6. So that's it. Woo Pig. We'll see you guys on Monday night. Behave yourself. Stay out of trouble. All right, we're done. And you're fired. You're out, Logan. You're fired.